What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another edition of Letter of Sports Show. It feels like it's been so long, and that's because it has been so long. I do apologize for that. Technical difficulties. It's never a good time for technology to break down on you. That's why I haven't been on YouTube that much. But finally, I got my equipment back up and running, so we're back. We're back. First off, Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good and safe holiday, friends and family. Hope you had a great time. Now, let's get into it. The season's over. The regular season's over. The Raiders aren't making the playoffs. They're 7-9. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, and I thought it was a really close game. And a couple of things I thought about while I was watching this game, and the trends have been pretty consistent over the last couple of weeks, and they were exemplified in this game. First trend I want to talk about: the defense has been playing solid over the last couple of weeks. I know they've been much maligned over the beginning to middle half of the season, but the last couple of weeks they played really good, really solid. I want to give credit to Khalil Mack because he was a beast in the run game and providing pressure. And congratulations to Khalil Mack for being named All-Pro and being the first player in the NFL history to be named All-Pro for two different positions, linebacker and defensive end. So kudos to him. He's had a great season, second in sacks in only his second season. So that's pretty huge. And I know everybody was really wary about his rookie season because he didn't have a lot of sacks, but he more than made up for that this year with 15 sacks. So kudos to him, having a great second year. No sophomore slump for him. Also, the defensive line played really well. I thought, providing pressure on Alex Smith, and I thought Alex Smith was able to evade most of it because of his mobility. But the defensive line played really well. The linebacking core was iffy at times, but they played good in spurts. I gotta give credit to the defensive backs. I thought T.J. Carey had a pretty solid game. He got an interception, and David Emerson. Whoever decided to pick him up, whoever said, "Hey, Reggie McKenzie, we have to pick this man up," they deserve a huge pay raise because this man has been a legitimate beast ever since he put on the silver and black. According to Pro Football Focus, he's actually in the top 10 for pass defense, which is pretty huge. I don't know what happened with him in Washington, but ever since he's been with the Raiders, he has been absolutely perfect. That pick six I believe, shifted the momentum momentarily for the Raiders and got us back in the game. So that was huge, and hope to God we can actually keep. He actually stays, which I think he will. That'll be great. Good building block, good young talent. So kudos to him for having a bounce back year after being released in the beginning of the year. So that was a huge pickup for the Raiders. Good job, Reggie McKenzie and the scouting staff. The offense was another trend that's been kind of alarming to me because the offense was so red hot in the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, but the last, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks has been kind of shaky. Derek Carr, I don't want to say he has regressed, but I feel he hasn't been as sharp as he was in the early part of the season to mid part of the season. He's been throwing inconsistent passes, picks. There was one where he had a whole bunch of time and he tried to get the ball to Amari Cooper. It was picked up by the defensive back Parker. That's all you got to make. Either you overthrow him or either you overthrow him or you don't throw that ball, because that could have been points that changed the game. We could have won the game, I think, if we make that touchdown. Amari Cooper hasn't been himself in the later part of the season, and that may be attributed to his foot injury / rookie wall, or people just game planning for him more, taking him out of the game with double teams and different very rolling coverages. But he's been for whatever reason he hasn't been himself. Crabtree's been the model of consistency for the entire year. I think he's had a good year, a bounce back year. Glad we locked him up for a couple of years, so that's huge. The running game has been stifling, and some people in the Raider Nation have been saying that it's not Latavius Murray's fault. It's been more on Bill Musgraves for him not featuring him more often in the later part of the year. I don't know. I think it's been both of them. Latavius Murray, I thought, has missed some holes in the last couple of games, but at the same time, when he has been doing well, like the Charger game in the first half, he was really dominant, and then all of a sudden in the second half, he wasn't featured. So I kind of put it on both people, Latavius Murray and Bill Musgraves. But in this game, he was really ineffective, and that might have been to the defense, because the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs is pretty stupid, legit. So I'll give Latavius Murray a pass, because that defense I think is big time. Another guy I want to talk about is Marquette King. He's been pretty good this year, but he had a punt blocked, and that kind of got some points. It was a safety, actually, where that kind of had a impact on the game. But for the most part, I give him huge credit, because he has been a force. And I said this in previous videos. I was shocked that we let Shane Leckler go and had him in the lineup. But that's been proven to be a great move, and I hope he only gets better in the years to come. So my overall reaction to Charles Woodson's last pro game ever, a pretty tough game against a playoff caliber team. I thought it was back and forth. We fought in, but the last offensive series with the check down plays by Derek Carr, really, what you don't want to do that. You want to just either at that point you want to throw deep and maybe get an interception, or maybe get a big play, but you can't. I don't think you should ever do a check down play. And that's kind of been the trend with Derek Carr when we have those last drives, when it's kind of like we got to march the entire field in a finite amount of time. But it was a good game. Defense is trending upwards, and hopefully in the free agency and drafts, and I'll do videos about that, who we should pick up in the free agency and in the draft to improve our defense, and on the offense side of the ball. I'll do videos about that. But defense is trending upwards. Offense, hopefully we can make some adjustments at a few key players, especially a backup running back. But it was a tough game to lose. But I give kudos to Andy Reid, who I think should be the coach of the year, because they were 1-5, I believe. They lost their All-Pro running back, and they found a way to make themselves 11-5 and get into the playoff race. So kudos to the Chiefs. Hate losing rivalry games, hate losing division games, but gotta tip my hat to the Chiefs, and congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Raiders. I know we're 7-9, and a lot of people, including me, were thinking they were going to make that huge jump to the playoffs. But hey, let's not forget last year we only won 3 games. So 7-9, not bad. Hopefully next year we can make that incremental jump. We can hopefully get to double-digit victories and get to the playoffs. So it's been a great year, guys. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching. I'll do more videos for all the non-Raider fans. I'll do a preview for the Wild Card Saturday game, and be on the lookout for those videos later today. Thank you for watching. As always, please leave comments and/or suggestions, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let It Rip Sports Show. Thanks again, and Happy New Year.